Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, Comments and Responses TJ, I hope you are all doing well. In this new video, we are preparing for the Let's Be Better Teachers section, from June 17th to June 23rd. I hope it will be helpful to many of you. Let's begin. Well, let's start with, begin conversations. Public preaching. Good morning, how are you today? Good morning, I'm fine, thank you. And you? Fine, thank you. I see that the market is quite crowded today. It's a good place to find everything we need, isn't it? Yes. You can find everything here. That's true. And just as we seek provisions for our body, it's also important to seek nourishment for our soul. In the Bible, in Matthew 4 verse 4, Jesus says, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God." What do you think of this verse? It's interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way. That's something that happens to many people. Sometimes daily life absorbs us, but the wonderful thing is that God is always there for us, waiting for us to approach Him. In Psalm 46:1, it says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." It's a reminder that we can find strength in Him, regardless of the circumstances. It's a good reminder. We all need something of strength in these times. Exactly. I also wanted to invite you to learn more about these messages of hope. There are meetings and Bible studies where we discuss these topics and support each other. Here is a brochure with more information and some verses that may be helpful. It also contains details about our meetings, if you ever want to attend. Thank you, I'll take a look. You're welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you today. I hope you have an excellent day and that God blesses you. Thank you, the same to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Now let's move on to, begin conversations. From home to home. Good morning, how are you today? Good morning, I'm fine, thank you. And you? I'm fine, thank you to God. My name is, and today I'm sharing a message of hope that comes from the Bible. Do you have a few minutes to talk? Yes, of course. What's it about? I'm glad you asked. In these times, many people feel overwhelmed by daily difficulties and disheartening news. But the Bible offers a lasting hope. For example, in Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." It's a nice message. Sometimes it's difficult to maintain hope with everything that's going on in the world. It's true, it's not easy. But that's one of the reasons I like sharing these verses. They remind us that God has a personal interest in each of us and that His plan is to give us peace and hope. Do you have any religious or spiritual beliefs? Yes, I believe in God, although I haven't practiced my faith much lately. I understand, and it's something that happens to many people. Life can be very busy. But the wonderful thing is that God is always there for us, ready to listen and help, regardless of how much time has passed. Another verse I like is Psalm 34:18, which says, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Does it sound reassuring to know that God is near us in our most difficult moments? Yes, definitely. It's something that we all need to remember from time to time. Exactly. And that's why I also want to invite you to learn more about these messages of hope. Many people find comfort and strength in the community and in reading the Bible. If you're interested, there are meetings and Bible studies that can be very uplifting. It seems interesting. I might consider it. I'm glad to hear that. Here is a brochure with more information and some biblical passages that may be helpful. It also contains details about the meetings and how you can join if you want to learn more. It was a pleasure talking to you today. I hope you have an excellent day. Thank you, the same to you. It was a pleasant conversation. Now let's move on to make revisits. Informal preaching. Hi, good morning. What a joy to run into you again at the market. How have you been? Person. Hi, good morning. Yes, what a coincidence. I've been fine, thank you. And you? Very well, thanks to God. I'm glad to see everything is going well. The last time we talked, we mentioned some Bible verses that seemed reassuring to you. Did you have a chance to read the brochure I gave you? Yes, I read it. I really liked the verses. They made me think. I'm glad to hear that. The Bible has a special way of speaking to us and offering guidance and comfort. Today, I wanted to share something more with you that could be very helpful. Do you have any specific questions about life, faith, or any situation you're going through? Well, yes. Sometimes I wonder why bad things happen to good people. It's not easy to understand. That's a deep and very common question. The Bible offers a perspective on this topic. For example, in Romans 8:28, it says, "We know that God causes all things to work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to His purpose." This teaches us that, although we may not always understand the reasons, God has a greater purpose and can use even difficulties for our good. That's interesting. I never saw it that way. That's right. And just for that reason, I wanted to invite you to consider taking a Bible course. It's an excellent way to delve deeper into these topics and find answers to your questions. Additionally, it can help you in many practical ways. For example, there are biblical principles that can improve our relationships, help us manage stress, and give us a deeper sense of purpose and peace. That sounds very useful. How does the course work? The course is very simple and flexible. It can be adapted to your schedule and pace. We basically study some Bible passages together and discuss how to apply them in our daily life. It doesn't require any prior knowledge of the Bible, and you can do it in person or even virtually if you prefer. Here's a brochure with more details about the course and how you can sign up. That sounds good. I think it could help me understand better and find more peace. I'm sure it will. I'm really glad you're interested. Here's the brochure. It contains information about the topics we cover and how you can contact us to start. Remember that we're here to help and support you in whatever you need. Thank you, I'll take a look. You're welcome. It was a pleasure talking to you again. Have a great day and may God bless you. See you soon. Person, thank you, the same to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Now let's move on to Make Disciples. Bible Course. Hi, student's name. I'm glad you're here for our Bible course session today. How have you been? Hi, instructor's name. I've been fine, thank you. And you? Very well, thanks to God. Today, we're going to talk about a very important topic, how the Lord loves it when we speak to others about what we've learned from the Bible. To start, let's read 2 verses from the book of Psalms. First, Psalm 9 verse 1. Could you read it for us, please? Sure. Psalm 9:1 says, I will praise you, O Lord, with all my heart, I will tell of all your wonders. Thank you. Now, let's read Psalm 34:1. I'll read it this time. I will bless the Lord at all times, his praise shall continually be in my mouth. Both verses highlight the importance of praising and speaking about the Lord. Now, let's talk about this. What would you like to share with others about what you've learned from the Bible? I think I would like to share how God gives us strength in difficult times. I've found much comfort in knowing we're not alone. That's wonderful. It's a very important and reassuring message that many need to hear. Can you remember a specific situation where you felt strengthened by God? Yes, a while back I went through a difficult situation at work. I was very stressed and didn't know what to do. Reading the Bible and praying helped me find peace and make better decisions. What a beautiful testimony. This clearly shows how faith can positively influence our daily lives. Now, I want to address a comment some people make. Sometimes they say, as long as we're good people, it doesn't matter how we worship God. What do you think about this? Well, I believe being good people is important, but I also believe the way we worship God is significant. The Bible gives us specific instructions on how to worship Him. Exactly. Being good people is fundamental, but we also need to worship God in the way He has taught us. Let's think about this with an example. Imagine you have a very close friend, and you know they love to celebrate their birthday with a quiet gathering at home. But if you decide to organize a big party with many people, something they don't enjoy, do you think they would feel happy? Probably not. They would appreciate the gesture, but not feel comfortable or happy with the big party. Exactly. In the same way, God has shown us in the Bible how He likes to be worshipped. For example, in John 4:24, Jesus says, God is spirit, and those who worship Him must worship in spirit and in truth. This means that our worship must be sincere and in accordance with the truth of the Bible. When we share with others what we've learned from the Bible, we're not just sharing our experiences and the comfort we've found, but also the biblical truths that guide our worship. How do you think you could explain this to someone who has that opinion that it doesn't matter how we worship God? I could say something like, "It's great that you want to be a good person, that's very important. But it's also important to worship God in the way He has taught us in the Bible. This way, we show our love and respect for Him and follow His guidance to live better." That's very good. It's a respectful and clear way to share your understanding. You could also add a verse to support your point, like the one we read earlier. The next time you talk to someone about this, you could also invite them to learn more together. For example, you could say, "Would you like to study some Bible passages about worship together?" I think we could find some interesting and useful answers. Yes, I like that idea. I think it could help others understand better the importance of worshiping God correctly. Exactly. Remember always to speak with love and respect, showing how the Bible has positively influenced your life. For the next session, think about another lesson or verse that has impacted you and that you'd like to share. We will continue exploring how we can speak to others about the wonderful teachings of the Bible. How does that sound? Yes, it sounds very good. Thank you for the session today. You're welcome. It was a pleasure. Have a great week, and may God bless you. Thank you, the same to you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Well, those were the examples of presentations for this week's Let's Be Better Teachers section. I hope they will be of much help to my dear brothers and sisters. I send you a strong hug, and may Jehovah always bless and protect you.